Welcome to the Robby Spencer Show. Today's show is going to be real interesting. I hope it will be. And today we're going to do a show on the Virginia Creeper Trail. And right here we are in Damascus, Virginia at Adventure Damascus. And we got Bill Leonard with us. You all right today, Bill?
I'm doing great, Robbie. It's good to be on the show and good to see everybody here in Southwest Virginia. I'd like to invite everybody to come on down and see us before the leaves change.
And after the leaves change?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's when we need them the worst.
Well, we're talking to Bill Leonard here, like I said. And if you will, a lot of people out there may have heard of the Creeper Trail, but not actually know what it is. So tell us a little bit about the Creeper Trail. Just give us a general overview.
Okay, basically what it is, it's a converted railroad bed. The Rails to Trails Conservancy came in '81 and switched it over from a railroad into a bicycle trail. That's what they do. They travel around the world, taking old deserted railroad beds and turning them into rails to trails. And we have around between 180 to 200,000 visitors a year, all ages, sizes, and, abilities of riding. They come see us here on the Creeper Trail.
Now tell us how Adventure Damascus, all the services you provide to people that are interested in either hiking or biking the Virginia Creeper Trail.
Well, any of your outdoor needs we can furnish either here at Adventure Damascus or at our new store, which is Sundog Outfitters on the other side of town. If it's biking, hiking, climbing, whatever you like to do outside, we can help you do it. We can set up a tour trip if you're into the eco stuff, to go on eco tours and study about nature and see all the different, areas of the Southwest Virginia. Within a 150-mile radius, we do just about anything you want to do. You tell us what you want, because we ain't into no business.
All right. And the service we'll be taking use of today is the shuttle service. And that's basically you got some vans, and then you haul people up to the top of Whitetop, and then they ride back down the trail that way.
Yeah, it's 17 miles all downhill through the most picturesque trail on the southeast and on the east coast. I'm sorry, and like I say, anybody of any ability can do it. If you can ride a bicycle, you can ride the Virginia Creeper. Plain and simple.
And right here we are in front of the bicycle shed. Or what do you call this thing? A garage shed?
This is called the bicycle shed.
That's what I thought. Well, anyway, right here we got Tom Horse with us, and he's going to talk with us a little bit about bicycle safety. Well, I guess I'm going to do all the talking. You're just going to help me out.
Okay.
Well, I'll ask you a question. You answer it for me.
All right.
Bicycle helmets, are they a good idea or a bad idea?
Oh, absolutely good idea. Everybody should wear a helmet when they're out on the trail. You never know what's going to happen. Things can jump out at you, rocks, squirrels, whatever can happen, and you need to be prepared and have a bicycle helmet on. Yeah.
And how much do you sell bicycle helmets here at Adventure Damascus?
Oh yeah, we sell helmets. You also get them if you rent a bike, and we'll fit them for you and make sure that they're properly adjusted and that you know how to wear them.
Well, that's good. Well, we brought our own bicycles to ride today, and we can't afford to rent one in there, I don't think.
Well, I'll help you put it on.
All right, we brought our own bicycle helmet from home. It's about the only one I could afford after got it at the flea market.
That one will do well. Just you want to make sure that it sits good and level on your head when you put it on. Get it on there good and tight.
All right.
And then it should be strapped on there, so you need some kind of a strapping mechanism.
I got some duct tape.
That'll work just fine. What we're going to do is just strap this on your head here.
Okay.
And duct tape, of course, works as well as anything. This needs to go under your chin. Don't need to hold it right there. It needs to go up so it's good and tight. Now, how's that feel?
Feels good. Am I all set?
Yeah, well, you need to also remember, if you come off that bike and have an accident, you need to call us. So we like to put our phone number here, 475-6262. We'll write that right on your strap there. That way, if somebody finds you laying on the trail,
all right,
they'll know to call us.
Area code 276?
That's correct.
Give it one more time.
Area code 276-475-6262.
And this is Robby Spencer. We're here talking about bicycle safety. I know this ain't the smartest looking thing. or the coolest looking thing, but I'm safe, and that's all that matters.
Hey Robbie, this is our newest employee and mascot. This is Pete, the city rooster. He kind of hangs out in the shop. He's been in the newspaper. He's already been on TV. He's getting a swelled head a little bit. But he's a lot of fun. Everybody seems to like him.
You think you could get him to talk on the microphone for us?
Hey, Pete, you want to purr a little bit? Can you purr for Robbie? He's busy eating right now. I doubt he'll purr. Is that good? Okay. Okay, come here. Come here and see if we can get you to purr. I don't think he doesn't want to be held right now.
All right. Well, that's it for the nature segment on the Robby Spencer Show.
When he's cold, he'll come to you and want you to hold him. But when he's not cold, he don't want nothing to do with it unless you feed him. I told you he's a celebrity, so he's getting pretty stuck on himself.
Here I am on the sidewalk in front of Adventure Damascus. We're looking at some of the local wildlife there. It's a dog. It looks like a pretty good dog too. What's your name, buddy, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, here we are looking at wildlife in front of Adventure Damascus. Here we are, we finally made it up to the top of the mountain, or halfway up the top, because there was some confusion going on, but that's okay, those things happen. And anyway, we're going to get on the trail here, and I'm going to show you what it looks like riding a bicycle on the Creeper Trail. And right now, here I go. Here, hold the microphone for me. Here we are, we rode a little ways on the Creeper Trail, and we've got something special for all the sick and shut-in people, you know, that can't get out and enjoy the outdoors like most of us can. And we're going to show you some shots of the river here to make you at least feel like you've rode on the Creeper Trail. And well, let me say something right now while I'm thinking about it. You know, while we were doing the bicycle safety sketch a minute ago, I told you that I couldn't afford to rent a bicycle helmet at Adventure Damascus. That was made up, you know, that's just a comedy sketch anyway. You can afford to rent anything at Adventure Damascus, and that's the reason why I went back, because I didn't want to hurt their feelings there. And maybe if we do real good on this Creeper Trail and talk about Adventure Damascus, they'll give me and Josh Bowser a free t-shirt apiece. So now let me get out of the shot, and y'all can enjoy this nice view of nature on the Virginia Creeper Trail. The good outdoors that God created for us. You know, if you're sick and shut in, that just remember that Robby Spencer's thinking about you. And if you are lucky enough not to be in a shape like that, just remember our friends and neighbors that can't get out and get around. Take just a minute out of your day to give them a phone call, or maybe 5 minutes, and go by and visit them. And you never know what a world of good you can do in somebody's life until you try. Right here we are on the Virginia Creeper Trail, and we've gone just a little bit farther from the last time you seen us, and we've got the camera mounted on my bicycle, And so we're going to show you some shots of what it would look like if you were riding on the handlebars of a bicycle. And just to make it interesting, I'll kind of sing a little song for you. It's about the only song I know about a bicycle. So we'll be back in just a second with the Bicycle Wreck song Virginia Creeper Trail music video performed by Robby Spencer. Hey everybody, welcome to the Robby Spencer Show. We're doing today's show on the Virginia Creeper Trail, and we're starting off here in Damascus, Virginia, at one of my favorite places to go, Adventure Damascus. And we got one of the top dogs here, Tom Horse. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, Robby. How you been?
All right. Spell your last name for everybody so they know I'm not saying anything bad.
It's H-O-R-S-C-H.
What is your position here? What's your title here at the store?
Well, I'm one of the co-owners along with Michael Wright and Bill Leonard. The three of us are the owners here.
Well, that's good. And tell everybody a little bit about the Creeper Trail in general, how it came to be.
Okay. Well, the Creeper Trail is an old logging railroad that was used from about 1900 till about 1977. And the Forest Service, after the line was abandoned, Forest Service came in and bought the right-of-way and tore up the tracks and converted the trestles to passenger trestles rather than train trestles, and now it's used as a multi-purpose recreational trail. And we get about 200,000 people a year who come and ride bikes and horseback and walk on the Virginia Creeper Trail.
All over the world.
From all over the world, yep.
And today we're going to be hopefully riding a bicycle on the Creeper Trail. That's only one of the ways that you can utilize the Creeper Trail. And tell everybody how Adventure Damascus fits in to this whole Creeper Trail phenomenon.
Well, Adventure Damascus is the only full-service bike shop on the Virginia Creeper Trail, and we rent bikes and provide shuttle service for people that want to bring their own bikes, but we can take you and the bike up to the top of the trail at the North Carolina line and drop you off, and you can ride downhill 17 miles all the way back to Damascus. And it's a very easy ride. It's all downhill. You cross 30 of those trestles that cross the streams on the way down, and it's the prettiest rail trail in the United States. It's beautiful.
And this is probably be the first episode shown of the Robby Spencer Show, and we don't have any advertisers yet, so we just pretend that you all are advertisers. Give out your phone number and your location here, how people can get a hold of you.
Okay. They got a couple ways to get a hold of us. First, they can call us toll-free at 888-595-BIKE or 888-595-2453, or they can get us on the internet at www.adventuredamascus.com.
So make sure you call them up if you need to come and ride on the Creeper Trail or walk on it or whatever you want to do. And you know what'd be good on this television show is if me and him had Adventure Damascus t-shirts to wear.
Oh, we can fix you up with some of them, no problem.
That'll be cool. Thanks a lot. We'll be talking to you hopefully a little bit later.
All right, see you around, Robby. Have a good trip.
And Tom said he was going to give me and Josh Bowser a t-shirt for coming up here and doing this show. And come over here and help me out, Teddy. I need you to help me. Here, hold this microphone for me. Entertain them for a minute.
Okay.
Hold my sunglasses for me.
I got them.
We're going to wear this t-shirt on the TV. Shirt for me.
Okay.
Now, where's my shirt at? I was supposed to
Oh, this one.
that one.
That too big.
I don't know about that. You got another one?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now you tell him something when I put your shirt
Oh
on.
goodness. You didn't tell me what to say. He's putting his shirt on, the only thing I know to say.
There we go. Now I'm ready, ain't I? You get a good shot. It says Adventure Damascus Bicycles. Now that we got all that t-shirt business out of the way, let's talk, me and you, Teddy. What's some of your duties up here at the bicycle shop?
Well, I drive and I fit bikes. That's about it.
What do you fit bikes into?
The van.
Okay. And part of your driving means you drive up the mountain and drop people off?
Yeah. And they ride back down to the store.
Now tell me something about, does anybody ever get motion sickness on the van going up the mountain?
Every time. Every trip.
So what's some of the things you do to help alleviate the motion sickness on the van?
Drive fast. We've got a contest to see who can make the most sick. Tom's ahead.
Now, what was you telling me about you had one woman one time that the only way she could keep from being sick was to pretend like she was driving?
Yeah, we do that too. Everybody looks like they're driving in the van.
Every time you go around the curve, they act like they're turning the wheel.
Yeah.
And that really works.
Works, yeah.
I'll have to try that next time. In the fall of the year or the autumn of the year, whatever you want to call it, is when all the leaves start changing color. Hopefully we'll get some good shots of that today. But we won't be scientific on this television program here. So let me ask you a question here. What is the more scientific term for all the leaves up there? Is it foliage or foliage? I've heard it either way. Foliage or foliage?
Well, we just call it leaves.
So hopefully we'll see some good leaves on the show today. Well, here we are at the top of Whitetop Mountain. We got up here and we got a surprise for us. We didn't know, but they were having a Molasses Festival up here. There's all kinds of stuff going on, music and all that, so I don't know if we're going to get any bicycle riding done up here today or not, but hopefully we'll get to show you a little bit of the Molasses Festival from right here on Whitetop Mountain. And here we are. I'm off of the camera because we're over here where they're playing music and dancing, and everybody seems to be having a good time. I ain't seen any molasses yet, but we just got here. Hopefully we'll see some in just a minute. But we'll just kind of show you what this dancing looks like. They were flat-footing just a minute ago, but right now it looks like they're two-stepping. And that's what it looks like, two-stepping at the Whitetop Mountain Molasses Festival. Now here they're dancing again. They've stopped with the slow song, so now they're flat-footing or buck dancing, clog dancing. I don't know exactly what you call it, but they're doing it right here at the Molasses Festival at Whitetop Mountain. Now if you could zoom in and get some of their feet dancing. Yeah, that'll be good. He looks like he's stepping pretty high. Everybody looks like they're having a good time. Hopefully none of these people gonna break a hip or anything dancing like that. Some of them I wouldn't worry about it, but some of them are kicking pretty high. That man there, I think I know him. I think that's John Ling. We may talk to him in just a second here. And there they are, they're playing the music, and people are dancing. It's kind of hard to dance if you ain't got music, unless you're just born with rhythm. Then you don't need music. But it's always good to have it whether you got rhythm or not. And that's flatfoot dancing at the Molasses Festival. But here we are. Come over here, Fred Skenes. Hey, no telling what you'll find up on Whitetop Mountain. One of my old buddies here. We go way back. Fred Skenes, how are you doing?
We're doing just fine.
All right, and you're one of the best dancers I believe I've ever seen. You're out at the Carter Fold generally every week, and you step real high and you do a good job on the old-time style dancing. What do you call it, flat-footing or buck dancing? What do you call it?
Oh, it's more flat-footing than it is clogging. We just really enjoy it, and we just love to go to Carter Fold and dance. Well, we like to go to all the dancing places around. And we just come back from Maggie Valley last weekend and went to Woolwine this weekend and wound up here at Whitetop.
Well, how did you learn to dance? Was it something you just born knowing how to do, or did you have to learn it?
Well, I guess I was just born dancing.
I tell you, one of my favorite things is to listen to old Roy Acuff and Bashful Brother Oswald, and he had a laugh on that he used to do on the Opry with them, and I've heard you do a good impression of it. Would you do it for us here on the show?
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Fred. And now, friends and neighbors, I got a treat for each and every one of you. We've run into Wayne Henderson over here at the Molasses Festival. How you doing, Wayne?
Real good. It's wonderful to be over here on beautiful Whitetop Mountain.
And I didn't get to hear you play there a little while ago, but I figured we'd come up and we'd interview you. A lot of you are familiar with his music. He's one of the best guitar pickers around, and you also build some real good guitars. If they're not, let me phrase this real good here, so I don't hurt your feelings. Let's just say they're at the top.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Appreciate it, Robby. Appreciate having you over in our neck of the woods here too. I live close to this community, and we're born and raised right here in these parts, and great to have you all over.
Well, I'm enjoying it. Tell the people a little bit how you learned to play the guitar, because your style is kind of unique. You don't flat pick, and I guess it's more like finger picking, but it sounds like flat picking. How did you come up with that?
Well, my dad was an old-time fiddle player, and I learned that kind of music first. That's some of the first tunes that I ever learned. And being old-time fiddle tunes, they sort of have to be done like in a flat picking style to make them sound right. And then I'd learned first to play with the thumb pick, because I thought a fella in my community taught me to do the thumb pick a little bit. And all the other guitar players I'd ever heard of or known was Maybelle Carter and Chet Atkins and Merle Travis, and every last one of them used thumb picks, and I thought that's the way you're supposed to do it. And I just started being exposed to those old tunes, and I tried to learn how to do them, so I come up with a way of picking down with my thumb and up with my finger. Sort of works, and I've been doing that pretty much all of my life, playing that way, and that's the way I still play, and it works out pretty good, so I can thumb pick a little if I need to, or I can play the flat picking sounding tunes too, And I just done that by practicing and learning how to do it. And not too many people play like that, so it'd be better just to go ahead and use a flat pick, but I never could hold one.
Yeah.
Learn to hold on to it and do that stuff. And so that just sort of come up with an unusual style of playing like that, just sort of by accident.
Well, you're let me just go ahead and say, you're my favorite guitar picker.
Well, thank you.
I can listen to you for hours and hours, but one thing that I like to hear you do, probably more than pick the guitar, is tell a good joke. Because I tell some jokes. I don't know if they're good ones or not, but that don't keep me from telling them.
You do a great job. I've heard you plenty of times.
You think we could get you to tell a joke on the television here?
Well, maybe so. I usually don't do it just to a microphone here, but I'll imagine there's a big crowd of people out there and that they would laugh.
All out there.
And I like one of my favorite ones, an old-timey story that I like to tell is, I live in a little tiny community down there where there's only 7 people, and it's been that way for years. Every time a new baby's born, somebody leaves town, it seemed like, and the population stays the same. And one time, a long time ago, the circus was coming through Rugby down there, and they wouldn't stop there for those 7 people. So we had some excitement anyway. We had rough roads, and they broke a wheel off one of those wagons where they carry those big wild animals, and they spilled that thing over the side of the hill, and we had all kinds of things running around there. We had lions, tigers, giraffes, and every kind of thing like that running around, and we was used to coons and possums and squirrels, nothing much bigger than that. And it stirred up an awful fuss. But the circus people caught them up real quick, and they didn't hurt anybody. But the strangest thing happened. They lost a thing as big as an elephant. They searched high and low and couldn't find it anywhere. And the sheriff got word he'd been out at this lady's farm, so he went out there the next morning to look for it, asked her if she had seen an elephant, and come to find out that lady had never seen an elephant before. She didn't know what one looked like, had never seen a picture of one in a book or anything. And he was trying to describe what he's looking for, and asked her if she had seen anything like that. And she said, yes, I did. Said, just this morning there was some kind of a big old animal like that out in my garden. Said, you know what? That thing was pulling up every one of my cabbages with its tail. And he said, pulling up cabbages with its tail? Well, what in the world was it doing with them? She said, you wouldn't believe it if I told you. So she didn't know one end of an elephant from the other, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, Wayne, it's awful good talking to you. We'll have to get together and pick together sometime.
Oh, I'd love to hear you play that banjo, Robby, and do a good job. I really appreciate it. I'd love to pick with you sometime.
I tell you what I've been working on. One of my favorite songs you do is that steel guitar rag. I've learned to sing it. I can sing every word of it.
Is that right? That's a little unusual. I've never heard very many people sing that song. But that's good. That's great.
Next time we get together, we'll do it. I appreciate talking to you, Wayne Henderson, the hillbilly guitar picker from Rugby, Virginia.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Lee, show us what they sound like there. Here we are. We're still at the Molasses Festival up on Whitetop Mountain, and we run into another one of my good buddies here, Tommy Sells. Of course, he has the band Big Country Bluegrass. How are you today, Tommy?
Doing fine. How you doing, Robby?
I'm all right. What are you holding right there?
That's a brand new Wayne Henderson mandolin. It took me 17 years to get one of them, but I finally got it, and I played it here today. I helped Wayne at the festival here today. And Big Country Bluegrass played last night and helped him up here today. We've been selling tapes and CDs. We got a brand new gospel album out over there, and it's really doing good for us. It got us booking at Merle Festival.
And here we are. We're at the end of the Virginia Creeper Trail special. We didn't get a whole lot of good footage on the Virginia Creeper Trail because there wasn't a whole lot of light coming through the trees and all that. So maybe if we don't have enough to fill this show out, we'll get you some more clips, some music videos or something. Go on, truck. But anyway, if you want to get in touch with me, if you have an idea for a show, you can write to me, Robby Spencer, P.O. Box 741, Bluff City, Tennessee, 37618. Or email me, Robby@robbyspencer.com, or you can call my office, 42. Be sure when you come to Damascus to ride on the Virginia Creeper Trail to go and get fixed up there at Adventure Damascus right on the main street. And when you do come in, tell them be sure that they give Robby and Josh Bowser a t-shirt, because all this advertising we did for them. And hey, let me say thank you to Josh Bowser for being on the show and running the camera today. We'll see you again next time.